Hello everyone, and thanks again for tuning in. As promised in my earlier video, today I will explain exactly how one can apply for PR once they have their ICT Work Permit. I have made a video in the past on this topic and I will leave a link to it in the description below. But I'd like to explain a bit more clearly in this video and I hope you'll find it useful. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Priya and I'm a licensed Canadian immigration consultant. And at Bluewater Immigration, our primary focus is on business and investor immigration. Please do consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you do like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. So now let's take a closer look at today's topic. The question I get asked all the time is, do we apply for PR under CEC, that is the Canadian Experience Class, or FSW, which is the Federal Skilled Worker? The simple answer is, if you have an equity stake in the Canadian company or you hold shares, then you should apply through the FSW. If you are simply an employee with no shares, then you can apply via CEC. The reason is, once you own shares, it becomes your own business, and that makes your work experience to be considered as self-employed. And self-employed experience is not valid for CEC. Another question I often get asked is, do you need to apply for LMIA at the time of PR application to claim the 50 or 200 additional points? The answer is no. These are a few criteria you need to meet in order to claim the 200 or 50 extra points when applying for PR after 1 year of work experience on your ICT Work Permit. Number one is that you have a work permit that is LMIA exempt. Specifically in this case, the exemption is under Canadian interest category and significant benefit to Canada, which falls under the international agreement. Note that not all LMIA exempt work permits have the option to apply for PR. The other main reason would be under the federal, provincial, territorial agreement, but that's outside the scope of this video. The second criterion is that you have been working for your employer or your own business for at least 1 year. You can only apply for PR after you have completed 1 full year. And the third criterion is that you get a new job offer from your employer or your own business. A few things to note about this job offer are, you cannot use the same job offer that you used when you initially got your ICT work permit. You have to get a new one that is valid for at least 1 year after you get your PR status. Now, this has to be a paid position and full-time. Now, in terms of NOC codes, I'm sure most of you are aware of the change from 2016 NOC to the new 2021 NOC, when now it is a 5-digit NOC code and not the old 4-digit. Just to shed some light on this, if your NOC code began with a 00, for example, 0013 earlier, your code will now be 00012 and you will fall under the tier 0 category under the new NOC system. Now in this case, you can claim the 200 extra points under FSW. I specifically said FSW here is because most people under tier 0 are senior level executives who also have a share in the business. But if that's not the case, then you can also consider CEC. If you had a NOC code in 0A or B earlier, then you fall under tier 1 to 3 in the new NOC system, in which case you can claim 50 additional points under CEC. CEC works in this case as you also get points for Canadian work experience, which you will not if you applied under FSW. Let me now quickly cover a few other frequently asked questions here which will clear many of your doubts. The first is age a factor and can you lose points because of age? The simple answer is, if you are at the tier 0 level, that is the old NOC 00 level, it will not matter as you will make up for it by getting the additional 200 points. Even if you get low IELTS scores and just have a bachelor's degree, it won't matter even if you are over 45. Age can become a major factor for tier 1 to 3 candidates if your IELTS score is not strong, you only have a bachelor's degree, so you have to prepare really well for your IELTS, which will be key. Now for CEC, you need a minimum of CLB 5 for a NOC B and a CLB 7 for NOC 0 and A for you to even qualify. The second question is, after I get my PR, can I shut down my business? Well, the intention is for you to keep running your business. You prove to the government about the benefits it can bring to Canada. But say your business isn't doing as well as you hoped and you want to change your course of action, no one can stop you from making those choices once you have your PR. I'd only ask that you track everything you do in case you need to prove anything when you apply for citizenship after 3 years. The third question is, can I apply with my spouse's work experience in Canada on an open work permit? Most certainly you can. You will then be applying under CEC, and mind you, in this case, you are only claiming points for Canadian work experience and will not be getting any additional points. The last question, my spouse is better at IELTS than I am. Does it make sense to just apply as her being primary? Well, it depends. We can calculate the scores and see if letting her be primary will surpass your ability to get the 50 additional points. This can be answered on a case-to-case basis, depending on your spouse's age, overall work experience in Canada, education level, etc. So I guess that's about it for today. Really hope I clarified some of your doubts on this topic. If you have any further questions, please leave it in the comments below. I will get to answering any questions as quickly as I can. Thanks so much for watching.